Day 8 of 12 Days Christmas Painting Challenge. Christmas Tree with Watercolors. Line drawing is available for download, removing excess amount with graphite of the paper. Mostly is outline the lightest parts of spruce branches. Mixing watercolors. Perlin green, a little touch of ultramarine blue for the lighter parts of the spruce. Sap green together with ultramarine blue, indigo, and transparent yellow to get those darker parts, shadow parts of this tree, and a little touch of alizarin crimson to make it more earthy green, more natural looking. Red, little touch of red pigment instantly gives it more natural look, but a little bit too much will make it look much browner. And these are two mixes that I will be using for this tree. Starting with finer to brush and picking darker watercolor mix. Looking at reference, and this is like a little sketch and a little bit of freehand draw painting. We need to establish darker parts, mid parts, halftones, midtones, and the lightest parts, because spruce tree has really depth inside, which is the darker parts. Then it's slowly, those branches come towards us and they are slowly becoming lighter and lighter. And to get this tree the illusion of three-dimensional that it is with volume, we need to get those different stages. This is a small tree, really small, and as I said, this is a sketch. You don't need to go into detailing. Here you need to think about these tonal values. Don't think about needles, don't think about branches. You can squint your eyes and look for tonal values. What is the darkest, then where we have those midtones, and what is the lightest. The further outer parts of the branches, of course, are the lightest ones because light is shining on them. But more deeper it goes into the tree center, it becomes darker and darker. So I'm starting from the darker part, I'm starting from the shadow, and I'm looking at it at the darker parts like the negative space. I'm squinting my eyes and I see there is darker spot, there is darker spot, and I'm putting in that watercolor. I'm not going super dark straight away. We'll add more darkness with layers as we will be painting. In this sketch painting, having a reference on the screen is really nice because you are not looking for details, and having small reference photo of the spruce tree is helping us to see overall look, tonal values, where's darkness, where's lighter parts of this tree, and to paint that, sketch that. If you want to go with detailing, you need to enlarge first, or you can take a branch and really study how spruce needles are growing, direction, color, tonal values, how they intersect each other, going up and down. That is interesting. But to have a really detailed tree, first it needs to be larger than this 5 inches Christmas tree. adding lighter part for the outer part of the branches. We have perlin green with ultramarine blue, which gives this silvery color mix and really cool watercolor mix. We see that this is blue spruce tree, and the color of needles are really more to the blue side, to silver side, rather than to warm green. With round synthetic brush, smoothing the applied watercolors. Round synthetic brush gives a nice touch of smoothness even when the watercolors are almost dry. You can still smooth the applied amount of watercolors. As this is sketch painting, I'm not so focused on reference. I got the idea, I'm looking for the darker spots, but still I'm looking less compared when I'm going into really detailed painting. Picking up darker watercolor mix and adding another layer of darkness, the negative space that we have in the center, and applying it even more. I'm not applying it evenly because even in that middle, in the inside of the tree, we need to separate. Something is in the shadow but still visible, and something is really dark inside, which is the darkest one. So I'm here really freehand painting at this point, and just playing around with this tree in watercolors. Zooming out, if you want, you can stop at this point. It already looks like a spruce, like a Christmas tree, and it's a wonderful sketch for little cards or just for your sketchbook to get a festive feeling. But I'm zooming out, looking at overall and still adding maybe some greater precision around branches that are the lightest ones. We can also add a little bit of darkness in the shadow. You can go further here. It will only be maybe more accurate. Not that the more you time will spend, not that it will look more realistic, it will look more accurate because still it is a sketch. And we can see that there are these outlines of the branches. They're not with needles, they're just showing the form of the branches. So if you want to push yourself a little bit further, and you can definitely do that, then your tree will only become more accurate, more beautiful. But this is a sketch, a nice illustration also. This is 100% illustration and a really nice way to study a bigger subject like trees. Thank you for following this tutorial. This was really a quick one and we did a nice festive Christmas tree. I think this is amazing for this festive time of the year. Thank you for being here. Thank you for enjoying the process of watercolor painting and see you on day 9 tomorrow. Thank you.